welcome back to my channel. So I just completed my first video, but I actually did have a request from one of my sorority sisters asking what type of stretches I do before I try to get into my splits. So this year I just wanted to create a small simple goal, and that was just to do the splits, just so I can be happy about myself that I've accomplished something. So I've been kind of showing everybody the progress on that, but I do want to emphasize that before I make the videos and I'm trying to get into my splits, I do a lot of stretching. So she asked me for some tips for some stretching tips, and why not, let's go ahead and start with that. So first I kind of just do the, spread your cheeks, reach your toes. If you can't reach your toes, go as far as you can. I always try to keep my back straight, shoulders back. And then if I can, go a little bit further. And then if I can, go a little bit further. And then just hold. Hold until, like, if your legs are shaking, breathe. Don't forget to breathe. And when you breathe, breathe into where your muscle feels tense, where it's shaking. And eventually it's gonna release, and then you can go deeper, a little bit deeper. So it released for me. Now I'm shaking a little bit here, so remember to breathe and breathe into it. So imagine the air just going through your legs, I guess, because that's where I'm working right now. Breathe into it and release, and then you can kind of go a little bit deeper. Okay, then get back up. And now I'm gonna put one leg in, and then just reach for your toe. And I end up getting my head to touch my knee, and I feel this great stretch right here. And I just breathe into it. Until my legs stop shaking. Sometimes I feel like I can just fall asleep like this. It feels so good. Okay. And then we're gonna go to the other side. Reach for your toe. Just lay down. Enjoy it. Feel the stretch. Breathe into it. Don't forget to breathe. Sorry, I'm like talking into my armpits right now, but don't forget to breathe. I feel like sometimes when we feel tense, we tend to hold our breath, but what we really want to be conscious about is to make sure you're always taking deep breaths and then breathing into where you feel the stretch. Awesome. Okay, and then we're gonna get into the butterfly. So legs as far as it goes. Stretch out your booty. Put your hands back straight, and then just go down as far as you can go. But always try to keep your back straight. You don't want to round it too much. So chest forward, shoulders back, back straight. And then if you hold it for a while, again, breathe into the stretch. So you would be stretching, you would feel the stretch down here. Breathe into it. And then if you can, once you feel it, if you can go a little bit lower, go a little bit lower. My hair is all in the way. Love this stretch, love it. I eventually want my knees to be able to touch the floor, but I still haven't been able to do that. Chest down. Awesome. So then slowly put your legs together. And I want to just do one more here. Go as far as you can. Okay, awesome. Now, I'm going to put one leg forward, one leg back. And then let me see if I can move down a little bit. There you go. So one leg forward, hands where your feet is, the other one, and then I just like to hold this for a little while. And if you want to get a deeper stretch, then I would just put my elbows down to the floor and then hold that. But if you can't do that, then just stay up here for now. Eventually you're going to be able to do that. So okay, and I get back up, and then I lean on my knee and kind of push this one down a little bit more. Kind of reach for it. And come back down softly, and then I like to put this knee down, put your foot flat, and then kind of move forward with this knee to feel the stretch right here. And then you can move it around too, and then feel the stretch. Don't forget to breathe into the stretch. And then you can move this way. Oh yeah, that feels good. And then move back and forth. And I just felt the muscle release, and I feel like I can go a little bit deeper. Okay, awesome. And then when you get out of this, I like to move back, kind of sit on this one, and then you stretch, and you feel the stretch all right here. All of this. And then just kind of go down. And then come back up slowly, and then go back down. Awesome. So my music stopped playing. Let me just put my music back on. Yes, Pandora, I am still listening. There you go. Okay, now we're gonna do the other side. So, left leg forward, right leg back, hands where your feet is, and then just stretch that out. I hope you're doing this with me. We're about to try to get into the splits a little bit soon. Okay, and then also remember, if you want to get a little bit more stretch, we're just going to go down to our elbows. Beautiful. Come back up slowly, and then I'm gonna put our right here, and then this arm, reach for the back. Okay, come back, ooh, back slowly. Okay, and now I'm gonna put this knee down, my feet flat. And then with this knee, you're gonna kind of lean forward more so you get that stretch right here on your thigh. Don't forget to breathe into it. Okay, and then you can move around and stretch it. If you want to go deeper into it, go down into your elbows. Move this knee forward. Oh yeah, right there needs a little stretch. I feel it. Okay. Okay, now we're gonna go back and then we're gonna stretch this leg here. So you're gonna feel it all underneath here. Go down. Breathe into it. And then slowly come up. Kind of release it a little bit, and then you're gonna go back into it. Awesome. A little bit more stretch. Okay, so now I'm gonna try to get into the splits. Okay. Ow. Hold on. Let me do that one more time. Okay. So right now that's the furthest that I can go down. So I'm just gonna sit on it. That's like my word. I'm just gonna sit on it and breathe into it. And then when you feel like you can go a little bit more, go a little bit more. And then when we get out of it, you want to make sure you get out of the splits very slowly. So just move your legs closer. And then I always like to center myself before I get into the new, try to do the other side. So centered, and now let's do this side. This yoga mat isn't very padded like the ones, like the mats at the gym. So my heel kind of hurts right here. So, excuse me. So I haven't been able to quite get the splits just yet. I noticed that I've kind of plateaued of how far I was able to go. And that was another thing. So I needed to foam roll for sure. And what I realized, what I couldn't say in the first video was after you foam roll, you have you're gonna notice that you have more motion, range of motion with things. So I can feel myself being able to get lower than I did. and that was because of the foam rolling. So I'm gonna go a little bit lower, and I feel like I could. Breathe into it. Okay, now we're gonna get out of it, so go slowly. I do the back leg. I use my toes first. Slowly come up, and then center yourself. So that's basically my stretches before I try to get into the splits. I just did it one time right now, but usually I do it all over 3 times, and eventually every time you get a little bit lower. So right now I just did one just to kind of show you my steps. So I hope you like this video. If you have any suggestions, any comments, if you like it, if you didn't like it, what I can do, if you know how to do the splits and you have tips to give me and how I can finally get it, let me know. But okay, well, I hope you have a great day. Bye.